So now we're going to do a little patchwork here on here. Look and see where we need to fill in some gaps. There's not a lot, but there's the worst one right there. Some of this is not all that great, but with a little sanding it can come down. Maybe here too. The top side looks pretty good though. There's a little bit of gaps here. A little bit of unevenness. But with the old kit. So I have this plastic putty from Vallejo. I've had pretty good experience with it. It goes on pretty thin, and sometimes it takes a while to dry if the weather is a little bit crazy like it is often here. But unfortunately it came open on the bottom. But we just put some tape on it and it was good again. These don't look very good either, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. The one on the other side is not there right now. Not going to worry about filling that. I can sand it down. Here it's really uneven though, but not going to get that with putty. So it looks like the only places we really have the putty is here on the nose. Have to be a little careful when we sand it too. I was doing this really as a speed build and didn't do anything extra to patch it up when I built it. This is not a great kit anyways, and I wanted the other one. So we'll let that dry and sand it down. So now our putty is dry, so we're going to sand it down. Okay, so the lines here are now filed away and sanded down. We'll have to put some more paint on it later, but we're not gonna do that yet. Also, the hole is filled here. Stuff is falling apart. So the holes are filled here and sanded and filed as well. So next we're gonna sand off where this is so rough here, where I put the stripes on, because it was from I used the normal masking tape and it was really rough. So we're gonna sand some of that off, this big stuff, and remask it and put the stripes on it. Usually it comes with decals for the stripes, but I decided to paint them on, just like this. I painted that on too, on the propeller hubs, and they turned out pretty good. But we're gonna have to do the stripes here on the tail. There's stripes on the bottom, on the top, and here the tail stripe too, or the fuselage stripe. So there's our masking for the blue stripe. And for the blue stripe we were going to use this, well, it's number 56 from Revell, and it's blue. It's like a dark blue, but I think it fits pretty good to this one. And it's all Revell colors. This is carmine rote, and yellow, and blue. But I'd say it's dark blue. It's not a normal blue. Normal blue would be lighter than that. And I don't think it's good anymore. Yeah, got another one. We'll go ahead and leave the light on too. stripes. We gotta let that dry, and we can take the tape off and retape it for the yellow stripes. So the blue's dry, we can take the tape off. This part of the stripe is messed up a little bit. We're going to mask the bottom off and repaint it. Just the bottom part. That's where the tape came together. The top is okay. It's a little messed up here, but I can fix that with a brush. There's just a little bit right there. But here it's totally uneven where the tape came together. But a couple small pieces of tape and a little paint should fix that. That's better. They're straight. There's a little bit there, but sometimes it still runs under the tape, but it's better than with the normal masking tape. So let it dry, and then we'll do the yellow stripe. So now we can get the yellow stripes mask off and get them painted too. Now we have to let that yellow dry, and I think it's going to need a second coat. Second coat finished. So it's been a while since I worked on this. I got a new chair now too, so I won't be falling down anymore. I did the 2 stripes already, but it's been sitting for a while. I'm kind of afraid that this tape is a little too much on there now. Afraid it might rip some of the paint off. Be a little careful. Something else I'm going to have to do is, cause I sprayed this originally, but now since I've done some corrections there where the it didn't fit right, sanded it down, I'm going to do that by hand, and then I'm going to have to polish it out a little bit so it matches somewhat. Getting hand painted silver to look like sprayed silver is, yeah, it's not exactly easy. But I can get it close enough. So all we got left to do right now is to make the red stripe. We got the blue and the yellow one. So we got to do the red one, and then we have to do a little touch-up. Always a little touch-up. Because even this model masking tape is not perfect. Especially like here is a little uneven, where a little bit of paint went under the tape, which I don't understand. Sometimes it's a much bigger problem with the normal masking tape, but I figure with a model masking tape it would be better than that. This is probably going to be a longer video too, getting all these stripes on there. It's a little bit complicated. Well, okay, not complicated. It just takes time. But Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And neither was this P-38. It's taken like, when did I start on it? I don't even know. Probably about 5 years ago. But I just got frustrated with it, and it's been setting for a long time. And then I got an A10 I've been working on too, and I stopped building that because I wasn't satisfied with the colors. So I'm going to have to do some looking about that, because, I don't know, the colors look kind of weird. That doesn't look so even either. Not straight. It looks a little crooked. Me and my bad eyes. It's always a problem when I'm painting stuff. Getting stuff lined up is really hard when you have astigmatism and everything. So I try to measure it a little bit, but sometimes you think something's straight and you paint it and you look at it and it's like, you don't. Not straight. I think the stripes are looking pretty good so far. I don't know if they're too thick though. That one's definitely crooked. So for the crooked one, I'm just going to raise up the one side a little bit when I tape it off. It should be okay. Just get that unevenness out a little bit. The rest look okay. So let's get this thing taped off and get the last coat of paint on there. So for the red stripe, we'll use a Carmine Red from Revell. It's number 36. Let that dry for about an hour and then put a second coat on. So now for the second coat. Let it dry and then we can take the tape off of it. So the red stripe should be good now. I think the fuchsia stripes look a little thin. This one on the bottom too. These are good though on the top. Might have to retape this off and do another one. Here looks okay though. Just here on the bottom is too thin. So that's going to have to be redone. Another piece of tape. And this one too. That's too thin. Should be about the same size as the other two. So let's fix the stripe here. Stripes. There's 3 of them we gotta fix. They need to be a little thicker. Got the mask on there. Tape on there. Now we can paint again. And let that dry for a second coat. And the second coat. And let that dry now. Okay, get the tape off of it. Hopefully it's good now. I think it's good. Much better than it was, at least. And better than the decals, which fell apart from when I put them in the water. And where colors weren't good on them either. The colors were weird. They were like, they kind of looked pastel. Not so. But I'm satisfied. They're not perfect, and there's like here a little touch up here and there, which I can do by hand. Like here, just a little spot of paint. It'll be good. So next time, we're gonna touch up the silver and reassemble. Then after that, we're gonna replace the roundels and clear coat. So thanks for watching. Until next time.